going on, everybody? Jake here. Jake Plays coming at you. Beautiful second video of the year. I believe today's the 4th. So hopefully all you gym rats are following through with that New Year's resolution. I know we are here going to go back to where we were here. Route 15. I believe we want to go up so that way we touch Route 14. Don't ruin just in case that top one wants to give us an encounter. Yeah, we're going to get right back in it here. We are going to grind ourselves away just because, again, we do want to be in a great spot going into the Elite Four. Again, super nervous because if we do run through, not necessarily the end of the world if we don't win, because we do have some Pokemons in our backup, our back pocket, if you will. But we would have to go through a little bit of a longer grind session if we needed to get them up to level. Obviously, we'd like to avoid that if possible. You already know what it is. Magic Man coming out strong, coming up against the Pikachu. One shot, no chance, Jimmy's Johns. Hit him with the confusion. 561 experience. Alrighty, we are already off on a great start. Love to see it. Raichu, how you doing, my guy? Yellow cheeks, nice pointy ears. I'll tell you, I think I am a fan of the, Pikachu, or Pikachu, Raichu line. They are just sort of the original. I mean, they're so good that they have so many copies, right? From Plusle and Minun to, even other ones that are eluding my brain. I'm sure you guys are like, oh yeah, there are a whole bunch. And then it was just like, gives an example. All right, let's move on. What are you gonna do? It just eludes me. I know there's like a newer one, more Pico and Sword and Shield. I think there was like something with a P, like a Palmy is kind of like a one-off. You can even say that the one that has the cloak over it, Mimikyu. They're kind of like a Pikachu clone, even though they're not really, but it's in the same vein because it's like, oh my god, I love Pikachu so much, I want to be just like him, I'm gonna mimic him. I got an idea. Mimikyu. It's like Pikachu mimicking. It's like a mimicking. It's not Ditto. Speaking of Ditto, I'll tell you what, one of the things that always kind of made me laugh a bit was, and even on merchandise, is just like that one episode where Ditto can't get the faces right. It can perfectly copy Pokemon down to moves and everything, but its face is just the two dots, flat line, like, always kind of laughing, especially like the merchandise nowadays, like, whether it's on purpose or not, but you'll see something like a whole line of Pikachus or Charmanders or Bulbasaurs or whatever the hot Pokemon plush at the time is, and then you'll just see the one or two Dittos that are kind of in there. And it's great because you're just like, oh, like, was it obviously on purpose? Did it come in a case of 6? 2 of them were Ditto varieties, variations, the ones that chase, if you will. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's funny, and then you see people's reaction where it's just like, this clearly isn't the Pokemon I'm looking for. It looks different than all the others. It must be damaged or defective. Please send it back. And it's like, or, maybe there's a rhyme to this reason, a reason to this rhyme, Definitely not treason, I'll tell you what. Whoa, where did that come from? Anyway, we are moving, we are grooving. We went through the Bulbasaur, the Ivysaur, not a problem in the world. We're on our favorite we're on our favorite trainer, the 3 Stinky Gas Clouds, the Stinky Glass Cloud times 2, and then can we remember what the last one is? Ooh, I believe it's a Grimer. Yup. See, got it just in time before he came out. Bet you didn't see that one coming, because I sure didn't. Pulled that out of my butt. Anyway, guys, things are going well. What's everybody been up to for the New Year's? Drop down some comments. Let's get a thread started. I know we were talking about some New Year's resolutions. Just want to see what everybody's up to, making sure we're following through. I know personally I have some things that I'd like to work on myself. One of them is just being the best person that I can possibly be. I know that's kind of a cheesy sort of thing, but there are some things that maybe we're lacking, or, you know, people have been glossed over in life that you're just kind of like, you know what, let me reach out, see what's going on. Who knows? Whatever. Not the end of the world. We're going to go ahead and pop right back into this one here. The Beauty Olivia with her Bulbasaur Ivysaur to start us off in round 2. Magic Man's going to come right on out, hit him with the confusion, wipe that guy out. I did actually go out. It was on Monday, the 2nd, I believe it was. Was able to take advantage of the nicer weather here. Crazy that it is, you know, winter, and, you know, we're having unseasonably warm times, but or unseasonably warm weather this time of year, whatever, you know what I'm trying to say. But it's crazy that it is unseasonably, but the past couple of years, and I'd say almost a decade now, it's just been getting warmer. Like, this isn't unseasonable. Unseasonable for like 30 years ago. Nowadays, it kind of lines up with the past couple of years. But anyway, I was able to take advantage of it, went out golfing. I'm not good, just a disclaimer, not good at it. It's purely just for fun. I mean, hopefully one day maybe I'll get better at it. I think I shot like double par easily, so, you know, the PGA, you don't got to worry about it, but Tiger, I'm coming for you. I'm actually not coming for you. I think I'd rather just let him do whatever it is that he wants to do, and, you know, maybe one day we'll get signed to the, what is it, the other one. There's the PGA, the LIV, I don't know, Live 40, what's it, like a 46? Who knows what's going on, or 54, whatever. Whatever. Anyway, one of the things we're talking about, for those of you who do watch golf or watch the PGA, it is kind of crazy, right? Because a lot of those, the televised events, like the Masters, or, you know, the U.S. National, or that kind of thing, you're always seeing, it's like, oh yeah, like par is like 70, or you know, whatever it is. And you always see people that at the end of the tournament, they're like a minus 18, or you know, they'll be at least be a minus 10 is first place. You know, you're not going to win at a +2 where you didn't shoot at least par, right? And then you get, like, all week leading up to it, you get to train and practice on the course you're going to be playing. And it's kind of like, I don't know, kind of split between, hey, you know, if you guys are the best in the world, whoop, misclicked on that. If you guys are the actual, like, you guys are the best, like, you are the obvious Tiger Woods, you guys are the Phil Mickelsons, you are the Rory McIlroys, shouldn't you actually be like, shouldn't the course be hard, right? Like, obviously we expect you to do good, but seems like you're doing a little too good. Maybe we should make this course a little bit harder. You know, I'm not saying that these guys are going to hit their shots, but very rarely are they going to do what I was doing on Monday, where, you know, you miss the same putt like 4 times from, you know, 9-10 yards out, and you're just like, you don't want to leave a putt short, so you go a little hard and it goes a little long, and you're just like, well, guess I'm going to play this dance of going around everything. Obviously you don't want to see that. You don't want to see someone just, you know, grip it and rip it and just end up way out of bounds, or that sort of thing, because that's not fun either. Or you don't want to put in too many water hazards, or you know, sand traps in there. But again, they're like, you know, I mean, they're almost shaving, you know, 18 strokes is quite a bit to us normal golfers. That's like 6 holes. I mean, it's almost half a game there. That's a, you know, but regardless, what I'm just trying to say is, I don't know, kind of a two-sided coin, because, you know, also, you know, could you imagine though, you know, tuning in, it's already, I don't want to say it's a boring game, but, you know, you already can see the stigma online. It's like NASCAR. People watch the start of it, fall asleep, wake up a couple hours later, you know, it's toward the end of the round, and you're like, oh yeah, things are just getting good now, you know, but that in between is where it gets kind of boring. Certainly you don't want it to be boring where, hey, we got all 5 on that one, that's a lucky shot. You don't want to see, again, someone go chasing a ball that's, you know, missed the mark by, you know, I guess the old saying is, yeah, I can drive 300 yards, 150 that straight, and then 150 to the right, you know? You don't want to see them chasing around, digging through woods, or the leaves getting their balls. I don't know, just food for thought, just casual conversation we were having, you know, out on the links, as they say on Monday there. And then speaking of Monday, I don't know how many of you guys are also, you know, sports fans or football fans. Kind of a scary thing going with Damar Hamlin there. You know, obviously we hope he's all right. I know that this channel is a huge fan of people not getting hurt, you know, seriously like that. So hopefully, you know, he makes a full recovery and can at least have a life outside of football. You know, hopefully this isn't something that hangs over his head for a while or over his family's head. I do like, though, that he does have that charity set up, and I guess a lot of Buffalo fans, you know, Toys for Tots kind of esque. And they, you know, they really chipped in and helped out. You know, that's always heartwarming to hear that kind of stuff, especially nowadays. Yeah, inundated with media of this, that, good, bad, but, you know, always great when positive can kind of at least be a silver lining to something so negative. Regardless of that, we are kind of rocking forward here. It looks like Magic Man is about to get another level, get himself a level 56 after beating this Ivysaur using the confusion. Hoo-ah! Can we get it? Nice! Level 56. That's what we'd like to see here. Not too bad. Obviously, Pokemon isn't about winning or losing to her. Oh, you're a little cutie. So like a darling Pokemon? I remember you now! Exclamation point. Lady, I think I need you to come up with something else to say. I'll be honest with you. Your Pidgeotto, I mean, I don't know if you're paying attention, but I'm like, you know, running in circles around you. Coming at, whoa, I didn't like that. Pidgeotto got a little bit of a sneaky boy attack on us that did a little bit of damage. Rude. No, Wigglytuff can come out. We're actually going to go ahead and heal up on this turn, and then we'll knock him out on the next one. We'll go ahead, get recover, should put us back at full health. Love to see that. Wigglytuff, again, I know I've said it before, but it's got them long pointy ears, got them big old eyes, and that little, looks like a whipped cream candy, cotton candy swirl on its, it's almost like the, if you recall from the first Jurassic Park, when Newman is talking to, you know, the arms dealer, whoever it is they're doing, whatever, supplying them with the shaving cream, so that way they can, sneak out the dino DNA in the can. You know, he shows off that it's a functioning shaving can, and it makes a perfect little dollop in his hand. And then they go ahead and they put it on like a passing pie, like a dessert that's going through. Or like a dessert cart has like a pie. And they just gently drop it on there, make it look like it's the whipped cream on there. Could you imagine if you're the person that's out eating and next thing you know, you get this pie and you're like, holy, oh man, like, bro, they even, like, I don't know about you guys, but like definitely when I go out, I'm not saying, all I gotta say, whoops, not paying attention here. If whipped cream is an option, 9 times out of 10, I'm probably getting it. Starbucks drink, pie, I think those are really the only things that it is an actual legitimate option. But yeah, could you imagine? So anyway, so the guy with the dessert cart, or, you know, clearly has had these desserts, I don't want to say within eyesight, but like, you know, he's in charge of them. So he knows the desserts, probably works at this restaurant for, I don't want to say like most of his life, but clearly, you know, is versed enough to be like, well, this is the cherry pie, this is the apple pie, this is whatever pie, pumpkin pie, you know? And, you know, I'm not saying that the other desserts didn't have it, but if my memory serves me right, I don't believe there were any other desserts that had whipped cream there. So not only did this guy go like, oh, holy shit, I guess like whipped cream, maybe a special request came in, maybe the guy is relatively new. I don't want to go ahead and assume things, give him the benefit of the doubt. But could you imagine being that customer that gets this pie, takes a bite, and goes, or first of all, visually, you're like, oh my gosh, whipped cream, love it. Didn't say it came with whipped cream. Doesn't mean it doesn't. You know, when you look at a menu, you're ordering a dessert, sometimes there's ice cream. Ice cream also gets whipped cream 100% of the time. And you get yourself some Jimmy's on there. Love it. But yeah, so, you know, obviously, first off, low-key, super excited. You're getting some whipped cream on some pie. Love it. It's pretty clutch getting that there. Love to see it. Second, You go to take a bite, you're excited, you have this little bit of a high, and then you get that burning, tingling sensation of that. Like, what? First of all, like, that kind of puts you in a sour mood. And then you're going to have the conversation where it's going to be like, bro, why is this disgusting? Because you don't think it's shaving cream. You're just like, this whipped cream is bad, the milk is bad. And I do believe, like, in this scene too, if you're not too familiar with it, they're in like a tropical climate because the one island is off the coast of, I think, Cuba or Puerto Rico. So it's in the Caribbean area, you know, off, the southern peninsula of the U.S., Florida. And, well, you know, a bit further than Florida, you know. But yeah, so, you know, could you imagine being there and being like, yo, guys, like, y'all did not take care of your milk products. This clearly is bad. You gave it to me. I'm concerned because maybe now I'm saying, I'm not me personally, but, you know, I'm pretending to be the guy that got the shaving cream whipped cream. Be like, yo, what the heck? Like, I'm concerned for my health now. Like, I just had a whole meal and now potentially, there could be other issues with what I just had. All I gotta say is that, yeah, kind of forgot where we were going on that. We went on a whole thing and just kind of went there, and only 3 this time. Kind of rude if you ask me, but we'll see what we can do. I think we'll just do these 3. We'll hit it with, Magic Man. I think we're going to put Barry in for the next round. Just to go ahead and get him some levels as well. Obviously, if you made it this far, understand that we are going to be doing some training again, so do apologize if this isn't the most exciting episode for you to watch, but, you know, definitely let's have a little bit of a conversation. Like, I know I'm kind of talking at you and you're not really able to respond back, but definitely leave some comments, you know, if you want to talk about what we were talking about. You know, go ahead, drop some comments down there. Drop what your New Year's resolution was. Go ahead, drop if you understand what I was talking about with the shaving cream, whipped cream. Go back and rewatch Jurassic Park. Obviously, that slaps. Still holds up. To be honest, I believe 2014 or 15, they re-released it in IMAX or 3D, and there was definitely some wonky spots for a movie that came out in like 94 or 95. But definitely, good movie. I mean, it's dinosaurs. Dino DNA. Just a cool idea. You know, I don't want to say they've ruined it with all the sequels they've added on. I like The Lost World. I like Vince Vaughn. I like what it could have been. Whatever. Third one, whatever. These most recent trilogy, whatever. Chris Pratt, I mean, he's a cool guy. I like, I don't think there's really a person out there, aside from maybe his exes, that don't like him, or, whatever. So, what are you gonna do? Anywho, let's see, what else is going on? Usually when people say what else, that's kind of convo's over. This is getting boring. Or like one of my favorite things is from Robot Chicken, when they do the Star Wars special. Obviously do parodies of a whole bunch of things, and it's even I don't know. It's not necessarily from Robot Chicken because whatever. Just follow me where we're going on this. But they're redoing this scene where they're breaking out Han, Luke, and Chewbacca are breaking out Princess Leia from where she's being held on the detention level. Her little prison cell. And, as Luke's going through it, Han's on the comms, and, they're obviously like, oh my god, like, what's going on up there? And Han's just like, oh, it's a reactor malfunction. And, they're like, there's no reactor on that floor. And he's like, so he shoots the comms to because that's gonna make them not be any more suspicious than they already are. Yeah, it was just the 3, wasn't it? Yeah. And then I just enjoy the conversation was getting a little boring anyways. Luke, we gotta go. But it's just one of those things where whenever I hear someone go like, oh, a nugget, 5Gs, not that we really need much money because we're kind of running through these trainers and we're getting 2,000 a pop out of that one beauty. But anyway, it's kind of like when someone's just like, what else is going on? What else is... That's just that universal sign of conversation's getting boring, huh? Or conversation got boring, and you're just like, well, time to skiddly diddly do. And I'm glad those of you who are hanging out here still listening to me just kind of going on and on about some things. Anywho, ayo, we got all 5 for Barry. Barry's about to punch a bunch of Pokemon. Guess you could call it bunch of punches. Not to be confused with bunch of crunches, which is also a delicious candy. I don't know if they make that anymore. Let me know if they do, because I'm too lazy to use Google. Let's go ahead, brick break this little boy with his red cheek sacks. Dunzo McFunzo, one shot. No chance, Jimmy's Johns. Pikachu down. Raichu coming up. Guess what's going to happen? Barry's going to go ahead, punch the crap out of this. What would you call him? Orange? Yellow? I guess it's almost like a brown. He kind of looks like that that alternate like Wolverine from like the 90s where it's like the orangish, yellowish brown. It's not quite orange. I guess there's like tinges of orange. That's a fun word to say, tinge. It's like hinge. Yes. I don't think there's really any other words that are like that. Cringe. Oh yeah. There's a lot of cringe out there in life. Beauty Olivia sent out Bulbasaur. We're just going to go ahead fire punch this little grass frog. Not a turtle, grass frog, which I definitely have mentioned previously, but I'm going to go ahead. If I've said it once, I'll say it 1,000,000 times. I didn't realize that Bulbasaur was like a frog. I definitely thought it was... I don't know. That crit mattered. Super effective. It wasn't until, and I'm kind of embarrassed to admit this, getting to level 58, the Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee, you know, when you have them out and they're kind of walking behind you, is really when I put 2 and 2 together that he was a frog. Just the way he was bouncing, hopping, going like, Bulbasaur, and he was like, what? And it's funny because like even in some of the sprites you see him leaping, like he's doing an animation like I'm jumping, woo, like, here I go, I'm jumping. But I don't know, I'm not saying I'm a terribly smart person, but you know, maybe sometimes I have dumb moments. He used quick attack on us, or I should say she used quick attack on us, that Pidgeotto. Unfortunately, we got our revenge, and we went ahead and one-shotted that bird out of the air. No chance, Jimmy's Johns. Not changing them. Barry, stay in there. I'm going to need you to punch that Wigglytuff. Oh, that's right. That's how we got started on that. Because it was a little curly Q, the Jurassic Park thing that we were just talking about there. By the way, going back to Jurassic Park, how much money... I guess it was through investors for John Hammond. You know, the guy with the amber, the cane, you know, dressed in all white, greets him off the helicopter, who was in charge of it. But, like, I like how it's just like, I feel like that's something that Elon or Bezos or even Bill Gates or Zuckerberg should do. I'm not saying get rid of, like, the AI or whatever, or stop going to space, but, like, yo, we need a crazy billionaire to make some dinosaurs to wreak havoc on our planet. Like, that'd be kind of, like... Low-key would not be kind of cool, but also, like, to be honest, who doesn't want to see a dinosaur? Like, the legitimate ones that, probably because, you know, most of us grew up, well, I should just not say most of us, but growing up in the 90s, dinosaurs were pretty cool. I mean, they named the whole basketball team Toronto Raptors because... You know, Jurassic Park was such a big thing. I can't believe that we did not one-shot that Grimer. We have 30 levels on it, and it held on with like 1 HP. That's something to keep in mind for future life knowledge that we'll just definitely forget. Yeah, I mean, they obviously Barney the dinosaur, which is funny because they did have, like we were saying, so... Toronto Raptors. They were named the Raptors, designed the Raptors, because of Jurassic Park. Just all the hype surrounding dinosaurs at the time. They were like, let's do it. Let's name this expansion team the Raptors. Like 100% full send. Let's do it. And then they decided, again, genius move, to include purple in one of the primary colors for the team. And, you know, we're playing Pokemon. Shocked Pikachu face. People started making fun of them. We're just going to heal that poison up real quick. People started calling them the Barneys. Like, I guess, you know, there are other players like Vince Carter, I believe, and other, you know, big players back then. They were just like, yeah, we usually get called the Barneys. And I still believe, I'm pretty sure they still call them, like, some people, you know, when they're when they're talking crap, talking that schmack in the back of a Walmart supercenter, that they're just like, oh, God, they're like Barney the dinosaur. Oh, you're not good at basketball. Since when does a Raptor play basketball? Since when does a Grizzly play basketball? Okay? And Lakers, there isn't a darn lake in LA. And yeah, I understand the backstory to some of these. I'm just saying, it's dumb. Obviously, a Raptor doesn't play basketball. It just shush. Anywho, Weezing's coming out. I'm a little concerned that Barry hasn't quite fared too well against these poison types. That's a little disconcerting, having 30 plus levels on some of them. 33 levels on this Weezing. And an attack that has, you know, 75 power is just not good. And it's not destroying this bad boy. But anyway, we're not going to worry too much about that. We are going to keep rocking, keep rolling, keep moving, keep grooving, as the cool kids say. Getting these levels, grinding away. We actually got a good bit there for Magic Man. Kind of forgot what level he was at when we started. I think he was at a low 53, a high 53, low 54. Got him up to 57, which is just chef's kiss. IMO, my opinion. Went ahead, took care of that Grimer. Not very effective, but guess what? He is Dunzo McFunzo. Biker Ernest going down. Ernest P. Whirl, as we like to call him here. We went ahead, torched all 5 trainers. We're going to do our little loop again. See if we can't get that cut. Now, I do know there is a trainer off to the left. I wish we could get more in frame here, but it looks like these 5 is where we've been at. You know, it's kind of working for us. I know before we were getting only like minimal amount of people in frame. And we go down this way, right? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 potentially. It's a double battle. There's only 4 this way, or 3 this way. Well, I wonder if we hit it here, if we can get anybody. Let's just check it out to see. Can we get them all? Hey, looks like we got all 5 with the double battle. So let's start off over here. Help me train my little brother again. We can keep meeting. Oh, that's right. Hitmonchan, Hitmonlee, Barry and Larry. Oof. Larry does not need to be there. Larry's going to be getting a little bit of a Funzo experience. But let's get him out. Let's go ahead, swap in for Magic Man. I like y'all funny words, Magic Man. Just to kind of give us a little bit of variety here in some of our battles. I do believe that these guys... Oh, that's beautiful. Love to see it. One shot. No chance, Jimmy's Johns. Barry, Larry, Magic Man. Oh, we should have a Harry. Then it could be Barry, Larry, and Harry. And then we could say, that's some bad hat, Harry. Ice Punch. Don't like that. Okay. Didn't really do anything to us, so that's fine. Let's Rock Smash him. And then Magic Man's just going to one-shot him with a Psybeam. So, Dunzo McFunzo. Love to see it. That crit mattered. You guys already know what it is. No chance, Jimmy's Johns. 1 up, 1 down. Love, well, 2 up, 2 down. And we actually had to swap out a Pokemon. Anyway, you guys know what I'm trying to say. Let's not get bogged down with the details. Let's just battle some Pokemon. You look gentle, so I think I can beat you. I'll give it one more go. Well, we're going to win. Picnicker Becky would like to battle. Becky sent out Pikachu. Come on, Barry. I'm going to need you to go ahead and punch this little electric mouse. Punch, punch, punch. Beautiful. Love it. Becky is going to use Raichu. Are we going to change Pokemon? Clearly not. You haven't met me. I mean, obviously, she's met me many a times because we've been battling her over and over again. I mean, like, I understand the mechanic. I get it. Like, you know, obviously these are the encounters. It's kind of programmed this way, but it's like, how come her Pokemon aren't also leveling up? How come her Pokemon aren't also gaining experience, you know? It would be really nice if it, I don't want to say if it's, actually it wouldn't be really nice if it's scaled, because then, you know, when we go to the Elite Four, they're just going to scale up to be X amount, however much ahead of us that, you know, they need to be. Whereas then that way grinding wouldn't really matter. I mean, it is a nice way to kind of balance things out when you're like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and get to these encounters. You know what? I'm rambling again. I'm sorry that I was rambling. Not actually sorry. I just caught myself and realized it's not all that fun to listen to somebody ramble. We are definitely going to go ahead, finish up these encounters. Barry's definitely going to get a level 59. Booyah! Kusha! Love to see it. Oh, that's so Krispy Kreme, those stats. Again, really kind of wish we could get that special attack up. I think that is what's hindering us a little bit with some of these attacks here. But I don't know. We should, maybe somebody can comment down below. Are these punches, are they special or are they physical? Because, to be honest, we could definitely get rid of like Thunder Punch or even Fire Punch. We can get rid of one of the punches probably. Maybe put something that has a little bit more higher physical, maybe like Sky Uppercut. I'm not sure if that's a physical one either. I'll tell you what, this is something we should look into. Will we? I don't know. Maybe, probably. I'm low-key just trying to pass off some work to y'all, the beautiful viewers here, to help you contribute into our Nuzlocke run that we're doing here. We're doing a great job so far. I love that we're able to train up like this because it just makes it that much. I guess it takes a little bit of a weight off the shoulders. Don't get me wrong. It's not going to be easy by any stretch of the imagination. Going into the Elite Four, it's going to be a rough time because, spoiler alert, the Elite Four are pretty heckin' tough. That's why they're the Elite Four. You can't go back to a Poké Center and heal in between. So you gotta kind of like, you gotta buy a bunch of items, which again is kind of helpful that we're getting all of these Poké Dollars, as the cool kids like to call them. So, you know, that's pretty clutch in that regard. Thunder Punch that burb. Super effecto. Love to see it. No chance, Jimmy's Johns. One shot. Beautiful. Using Wigglytuff. Whoa. Watch out. Wigglytuff boy, brick breaking him on his face. Pow, pow, pow. Wiggity whack, whizzity whack. Wiggity, wiggity, because it's Wigglytuff, so it's wiggity whack. Yes. Yeah. You look so cute too. Oh, thanks, lady. And I think that is it for these guys and gals. Let's go ahead, fly back, heal up here. Fuchsia City. Come on, Carl. Yes. Welcome to our Pokemon Center. Would you like me to heal them back to perfect health? Okay, I'll take your Pokemon for a few seconds. Blink, 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 blink. Awesome sauce. Thank you for waiting. We've restored your Pokemon to full health. We hope to see you again. Again, kind of rude that they say that. But here's what I'm going to do. We're going to go ahead, save it right here. Thanks again, guys, for tuning in. Again, Happy New Year to everyone. I know we said it on Monday, but again, Happy New Year. I'm probably going to say it again on Friday. Guys, tune in Friday. Like, comment, subscribe.